the Androscoggin River Valley, the people, the places, the events, the history, all that makes up the vibrant story of the towns of the Androscoggin River Valley from Lewiston, Auburn through Mexico, Rumford, and Bethel to New Hampshire. Welcome to the February 2016 edition of Today River Valley. Today River Valley is the video news feature program of the towns of the Androscoggin Valley in the center of Maine, an area which runs from the Lewiston-Auburn area through Rumford, Mexico, and Bethel to the New Hampshire border. My name is Phil Blampede. I'm the host and producer of Today River Valley. Today we have some very interesting stories for you. Just keep listening and we'll tell you all about them. In this edition of Today River Valley, we'll see how a group of students from Dixfield, Maine transported their neighbors back 100 years with a night of silent movies presented in an historic building which did indeed present silent films a century ago. Then we'll take a look at the burgeoning business of small-scale alcoholic beverage producers with a close look at a local beer maker and a local hard cider maker and the challenges they face in the craft brewing and distilling industries in Maine. All that and more after messages from local businesses. If your shoes don't feel right or your feet hurt, don't ignore the warning signs. Visit Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab in Livermore Falls, the leading provider of corrective shoes and accessories in Maine. Foot problems can lead to pain in the knee, hip, and back. At Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, we design footwear to relieve pain or discomfort from disease, overuse, or congenital conditions. In our retail showroom, there are 4 certified pet orthotists who provide your initial foot exam at no charge. All manufacturing of your custom footwear, orthotics, and braces is done on site.
Hi, I'm Bruce McDonald, president of Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, and I'd like to invite you to come to the most unique shoe store in Maine, where we are the foot comfort specialists.
Don't ignore that discomfort. Pine Tree Orthopedic Lab, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Saturday 8 to 2. Let's look at Turner, Maine, a town with a country feel, located just north of Lewiston, Auburn. Nestled in the foothills, Turner has homes, businesses, and many active family farms in a scenic setting with over a dozen rivers, lakes, and ponds. Centered on busy Route 4 is a vibrant business community with numerous stores and services. Let's take a look at some of them. Right here in Turner is New England's largest dealer of snowmobile, ATV, cargo, and equipment trailers at Scott's Recreation. Come inside our showroom for everything you need to get out on the trail this winter, and there's no money down financing for qualified applicants.
Hi, I'm Scott from Scott's Recreation. We're ready for winter. Are you?
Scott's Recreation, open Monday through Saturday. Eddie's Discount Furniture and Mattresses on Route 4 in Turner. You have got to see this place. 3 large showrooms packed with great deals. Our no-frills showroom means better prices for you. Check out our full line of quality used appliances. Open 7 days a week. For 3 generations, R.E. Lowell has been the family-owned lumber and hardware business with locations in Buckfield and on Route 4 in Turner. Whether you're a professional contractor or a do-it-yourself homeowner, R.E. Lowell has what you're looking for. Become part of the family. When you're looking for hardware or lumber or building supplies, look to Lowell. Looking for an inexpensive but reliable used car? Shop Duval Auto Sales on Route 4 in Turner. Just check out these great reviews on Google.
Hi, this is Darren. I'm the owner of Duval Auto Sales. We've been selling quality used cars to the hard-working people of Central Maine for 20 years.
Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday by appointment. We'll be back with more businesses from Turner later on in the program.
So come on in. Let us open new doors for you. After all, we are the people-pleasing agency serving all your real estate needs. Hi, I'm David Glenn. I'm going to take you inside my store and show you why you should buy your furniture here.
Sofas starting at $3.99. Reclining sofas starting at $6.99. Reclining chairs starting at $2.89. Dining room sets from $3.99. Complete bedroom sets starting at $7.99. Medical lift chairs starting from $5.99. Solid oak Canadian rockers starting at $3.29. Glance Discount Furniture and Appliance Center, Route 120 West, Roxbury, Maine. Drive a little, save a lot. Coming to Western Maine to ski this winter? Spend your money on skiing, not on sleeping. The Blue Iris Motor Inn in Rumford Center is the economical alternative, just minutes from Sunday River and other ski areas. Set on the banks of the Androscoggin River next to scenic Rumford Center, the Blue Iris Motor Inn offers clean, comfortable rooms at affordable rates. Call 207-364-4495 or 1-800-601-1515.
You're watching Today River Valley, the community news video program for the towns of the upper Androscoggin River Valley in the mountains of western Maine.
The following story is sponsored by Bartash on Congress Street in Rumford, Maine, your best source for wine, including wine made in Maine, gifts, and Maine-made products. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Historic preservation usually means restoring old buildings with bricks and mortar, but just as important is how historic buildings are used. A teacher from Dirigo High School in Dixfield, Maine, with his students' help, has created what could be one of the best examples of an appropriate use of an historic building in Maine. A yearly silent film night featuring a live accompanist at the Tuscan Opera House, a building which did indeed show films a century ago. The Tuscan Opera House, centrally located on Main Street in Dixfield, once served as the cultural center of the community. Today it is in disrepair, a structure so large that restoration would be more costly than any resources yet to be found for the job. Yet it is still solid enough to host an audience, and in December the grand old building filled with the smell of popcorn and the flickering light of old Charlie Chaplin films as the students, their teacher, and an expert silent film keyboard player from New Hampshire gave an audience a taste of what a night at the movies might have been like in that very building a century ago.
I'm Kurt Rowley, a teacher at Dirigo High School. This is a little time machine. This is a trip to the past tonight for sure. This is something that we have documentation that people came here and watched silent films nearly 100 years ago. And we're going to recreate that as best we can tonight.
My name is still Jeffrey Andrew Rapsis, Jeff Rapsis for short. I'm from Bedford, New Hampshire. I am a silent film accompanist where I create live music for silent film screenings at venues all around New England, like here at the Tuscan Opera House, and occasionally further afield in other places when I'm invited.
It's impressive once Mr. Rapsis gets going that someone can ad-lib like that, and I think it fascinates people. You know, at first, it's kind of a difficult sell, a silent film. You know, who wants to watch an old movie without any, sound. But he makes it come to life for sure.
I have all my life been interested in older film. I can actually date it to when in study hall in 7th grade I had a music teacher who was also a film collector, and he would bring in some of his older films in study hall to keep us busy, and he would bring in occasionally films. I remember the first one he showed was Charlie Chaplin's short comedy 1 a.m. from 1916, and I don't know about the other students, but I was captivated. I always did music. And about 10 years ago, I got a chance to score an independent feature film made in New Hampshire, which I had never done before, and I had such a great time doing it. I thought, well, I could do more of this but there weren't exactly a lot of film directors in New Hampshire throwing themselves at me saying, do music for my movie. So I could do music for other films that are already around, such as the great silent films. And so I started doing that, and I found I could do it using a keyboard like this, and using prints of the films on digital media, like we're going to do tonight. It was like two things I always had loved. I put them together. It's like chocolate and peanut butter. And they were like even better together.
Well, we're trying to raise some money for the Dixfield Historical Society. We're a classroom of about 15 kids, and this is our third year doing this fundraiser for them. Good evening and welcome to the Tuscan Opera House. I'm Mr. Rowley, and I gotta say this is a tremendous turnout. This is my River Valley Civilization class, present and a couple from classes prior. Great kids who have done the work to put this on for the Dixfield Historical Society. So,
I find the black and white to be a way to really step back in time and just really get the feel of 1920s. Granted, it's nice to have sound, but not bad.
I'm quite a fan of the silent films. They're interesting in the fact that you don't know what exactly is going on, but the music kind of keeps you in key with the theme of it. They're all quite modern in the way that they're filmed, but they really bring you back with how they look and how they feel.
Do you think you'd want to live in the 1920s?
Definitely. I was definitely born in the wrong century.
No, I think they're pretty funny. Like, in class, we found it really funny. We laughed a lot.
Laughing at it or with it?
With it. It was, I don't know, just the way that they did things was funny.
This is my first year doing it, and definitely enjoy silent films. They're interesting in the way how it actually physically and mentally brings you back and stuff, but yeah.
But there's no CGI or special effects. Do you miss the car crashes? It all has to be done through acting rather than special effects.
Don't miss it, and I think that's the beauty of it, is that there are not special effects and stuff like that. It's raw. It's more raw.
Yeah, this building used to be a central part of the town. We have some old photos of progressive rallies here and high school proms and a number of plays. Vaudeville was here. And so when we do something like this, I feel anyway, it kind of breathes life into the building.
When you visit Western Maine, step out of the ordinary. Stay in Victorian splendor at Holiday House Bed and Breakfast, where our guests relax in the elegant surroundings true to the style and atmosphere of 100 years ago. It's your Victorian home away from home. Holiday House Bed and Breakfast, right on Main Street in the center of Bethel Village. Open year-round. Miss Mina is a newly opened women's boutique on Main Street in Bethel, specializing in the sort of select apparel, accessories, and gifts uniquely designed to add sparkle and style to your look. Come see for yourself by stopping into Miss Mina on your next trip to Bethel. Open 7 days. It's time to try Thai at Thai Smile 2 in Mexico, Maine, under new management. Your hosts Ned and Dee Dee invite you to try the world of authentic Thai cuisine, featuring their famous crispy chicken and tasty sushi. When it comes to heat, Thai Smile lets you choose your spice level from 1 to 5. Every meal is made from scratch with fresh ingredients. There's a full bar with 24 beers on tap. If you've never tried the taste of authentic Thai cuisine, now's the time to try Thai, located in the Old Mexico Chicken Coop at 41 Main Street in Mexico. Make time for a visit to Norway, a thriving scenic village located just off Route 26 in western Maine. Its bustling Main Street is characterized by unique, locally owned shops, restaurants, and other businesses housed in architecturally significant buildings from the early 1900s. According to the Maine Historic Preservation Commission, Norway's buildings include some of the best examples of period architecture to be found in Maine, resulting in its designation as an official state historic district. Come stroll this charming downtown and look for the following businesses. Welcome to the Great Kingdom Emporium, 333 Main Street, a quaint, whimsical shop in historic downtown Norway, specializing in one-of-a-kind hand-painted furniture and whimsical items. Open 5 days, Tuesday through Saturday. Woodman's, one of the oldest gun shops in Maine, serving hunters and shooters in the Oxford Hills for 70 years. Excellent supply of ammo, and there are always some interesting guns on hand. Special orders always welcome and discounted.
A local hub in the historic village of Norway, Cafe Nomad offers breakfast and lunch, sourcing fresh local ingredients when available, serving Carabasset coffee, and we have a great wine and beer selection. Hi, this is Alyssa, manager at Cafe Nomad. You can find us online at cafenomad.com and like us on Facebook.
You're watching Today River Valley, the community news video program for the towns of the upper Androscoggin River Valley in the mountains of western Maine.
The following story is sponsored by Stony Brook Recreation and Stony Brook Variety. For over 30 years, Stony Brook Recreation has been the year-round family camping experience right on Route 2 in Hanover, Maine, and it now features a full-service convenience store open 7 days a week. And by A-Plus Home Inspection for residential or commercial transactions. Call Jim Windover at 207-357-8290, providing peace of mind with the purchase of your new property. Maine isn't the easiest place to start new small businesses, but there's one type of business that has been expanding despite the expensive equipment it requires and the complex regulations imposed on it by government. The business is the small-scale manufacture of alcoholic beverages. The growth of beer making in brew pubs and small breweries has been underway for a number of years, but now the beer makers are being joined by cider makers, wine makers, and whiskey distillers. It's all broadly described as the craft brewing and distilling business, and it's drawing customers both by using local ingredients and by creating small batches which can be, in a sense, handcrafted by the brewer or distiller. There is, for example, Ricker's Orchards in Turner, Maine, which recently expanded its operations to launch a hard cider business.
Combination of the buy local movement and the wanting more choice than what was traditionally available for the last 40 years in the mass domestic market. As people want different flavors and more flavors, they're leaning towards local flavors, and that's really helping a lot of these guys get off the ground. And it's something like 1 to 2, I think it's like 1.5 breweries per day open across the United States. I'm Andy Ricker with Ricker Hill Orchards, and you are in the tasting room here at Ricker Hill. We have been in business since 1803. We just got into hard cider about 1.5 years ago. We've been making sweet cider since the 70s. Since we've gotten into hard cider with our initial Maniac Gold, we now have, I think we're up to 6 or 7 different varieties on the market across the state of Maine. We are distributed through Pine State, so any establishment served by Pine State can have us, and that is most of the places who serve alcohol in the state. Cider was a booming category that with high growth and high growth potential, so we felt comfortable that it was time to get in. Most of the ciders, especially most of the major ones, are made by brewers who don't know a whole lot about apples. Being apple farmers who make sweet cider, we were comfortable, we knew a lot more about that getting in, and that we thought we could make something that tastes better in the market than what the beer guys were putting out at the time.
The expansion of alcoholic beverage production has seen brew pubs where the craft movement began, moving from the larger cities into small towns. One example is the Norway Brewing Company, a brew pub planning to open this spring in Norway, Maine.
But I have to say about the state of Maine is that they are really excited for small businesses, not just breweries, to open. So they really want to help in any way they can to encourage entrepreneurs to do things. So, and also they're really excited about being a state that has a lot of breweries, and they want to make that happen the best they can, because that's a commodity to them as a state.
My name is Charlie Magna Melhus. I am the head brewer and co-founder of Norway Brewing Company.
And I'm Erica Melhus. I'm Magna's wife, and I'm the vice president, also co-founder. I will be the taproom manager of Norway Brewing Company.
So this is a 7-barrel brew pub. That is to say, our brew house where we brew the beer is sized 7 barrels, and we will be serving food and beer on location. We have a small tap room in which we're sitting right now, a rather large beer garden outside with benches and seating. And then we also will be selling kegs to other bars and restaurants. However, our primary focus is on premise.
One of the challenges of starting any business involved with alcohol is meeting extensive government regulation. Those who embark on any craft brewing or distilling business have to take that into account, but it doesn't seem to slow the expansion of the industry.
It took us about 8 months to get through the licensing and registration process on the initial stuff, and then it's continual on upkeep and getting new labels and new products registered.
Well, in the state of Maine, I have found the bureaucracy to be fairly navigable. There's always a certain amount of labeling requirements and registration of the various products you produce when there's alcohol involved. However, the federal requirements for licensing are a little bit more stringent. It did take us about 4 months to get licensed by the federal government to brew beer. So there are a lot of bureaucratic steps to take to make sure that you will not face fines or get into legal trouble later, liability issues. However, I think as a business person, you have to expect that going into any kind of regulated industry, especially when there's, it's a lucrative business producing alcohol.
If there's one thing that helps the growth of the business, it's that people who start with home brewing can go ahead and make a business out of it if they find that they love what they're doing. There are no professional barriers, no licenses or accreditation, other than that the public has to like what you're brewing and buy it from you if you are to succeed.
Yeah, I'm the one running the whole cider side of the business. We have a guy, Justin, works in the tank room, managing the fermentations every day. Well, I started in college playing with hard cider, and after messing with it for a few years, I was making some pretty good stuff. And then it took a few years to get convince the rest of the family that we needed to make it commercially. Justin went to school as a chemical engineer and worked summers in a winery in college.
It's not that hard for anybody to make beer, but it does take a little finesse to make exceptional beer. And that I'm really looking forward to the part where we get to start making beer, because Magna is a very fantastic brewer.
There's handcraft going into these products. It's, for me, a very good blend of science and artistic expression. I have had a little bit of training. I worked for a brewery for 3 years prior to moving back to Norway, Maine, and starting this project, and I interned for somebody else in Freeport Brewing Company with Ken Collings way back when I worked at the Hare-Seekit Inn. But like Erica said, anybody can brew beer. It takes skill, patience, determination, often failed batches to brew exceptional beer.
If all goes as planned, the Norway Brewing Company will hold its grand opening in May. Meanwhile, the tasting room at Ricker's Hard Cider is open 7 days a week at Ricker Hill Farm, found at the intersection of Buckfield and Ricker Hill Roads in Turner, Maine. Let's look at a few more of the businesses from Turner, Maine. Try a no-obligation test drive of a brand new sewing machine at Cody Brothers, Maine's leading supplier of home and industrial sewing machines at 293 Auburn Road in Turner, where basic machines start at only $99. Check out our embroidery machines. Put an elaborate design, even Disney characters on clothing. Cody Brothers can also tune up or repair your existing machines. Stop by, open Monday through Friday. Bessie Insurance has been a family-owned and operated agency since 1939, offering home, auto, and small business insurance from more than a dozen major companies. Conveniently located right across from Hannaford, we look forward to consulting with you about your insurance needs. Give us a call today at 207-225-2334.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son. We thoroughly service every Subaru we sell and specialize in Subaru auto repair to ensure that the car you drive is 100% safe and reliable.
When you think of Subaru, think of RJB & Son.
1026 Route 4, Turner.
Hi River Valley! Now you can shop for all your small office needs and gifts under one roof. Ink Plaza is now a big department in Vartashes at 94 Congress Street. Remember, we offer high-speed color copying. We can print from 1 to 10,000 pages. Any print job we can handle. Your small business or organization will save money by using us to print. Come see our new store location at Vartashes, still owned by me, Sherry.
Ink Plaza, now located at 94 Congress Street in Bartashes in Rumford, Maine. Find us at inkplazamaine.com, call 369-5200, and like us on Facebook. Thai Smile on historic Narrow Gauge Square in Farmington has become known for its delicious Thai and Korean food and sushi. With a full bar featuring 30 beers on draft, eat in our bright and designer-lit dining room or order takeout. Get half off on an order of pork dumplings with any full dinner order. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily.
Thai Smile.
Washing machines are offering more and more features each year. Well, you may not find anything quite like this yet at Larson's Electric Service in Mexico, but you'll find the latest in everything from washing machines to refrigerators to stoves. With the Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag brands, Larson's offers free delivery and setup of your new appliance plus removal of your old appliance. Over 50 years experience, Larson's, 13 Main Street, Mexico, Maine. You wouldn't visit Washington, D.C. without seeing the White House or New York without seeing the Statue of Liberty, so don't go by Mexico, Maine without visiting Dick's Restaurant on Route 2, the landmark of home-style dining with breakfast all day, dinner-sized lunch specials, and their famous fish chowder. Look for buffet dining on holidays and special occasions. At Dan's Automotive, you'll find reliable used cars priced from $3,000 up. You'll get more car for less money. These are brands that are known for their reliability and long life, and each is mechanically updated, even including new timing belts when needed. Cars come with state inspection and 14-day plates. Come browse the lot at 625 Crescent Avenue in Rumford and grab your car before somebody else does.
We bought our car at Dan's, and we're glad we did.
Dan's Automotive Repair and Sales, 625 Crescent Avenue, Rumford, Maine, 369-9302. There's the story, and then there's the story behind the story. Watch for Talking Points, the new panel discussion show looking further at recent events from the Androscoggin Valley in Maine. We examine stories from Today River Valley, the video news magazine of the Androscoggin Valley. We probe the issues behind the events, the questions behind the basic facts. Talking Points, the new companion program to Today River Valley. Look for both shows right here on WPME TV. Gotchas on Rumford Avenue in Rumford, featuring great food, good drink, and live music, including the rockabilly sound of Ragged Jack every month. Catch it at Gotchas. Well, that's it for the February 2016 edition of Today River Valley. To get in touch with us, write Today River Valley, P.O. Box 159, Roxbury, Maine 04275, or email contact@todayrivervalley.com. Visit our Facebook page if you'd like to make a comment on a story you saw in this edition. And look for our companion program, Talking Points, coming up in this time slot next week and also available on the web at todayrivervalley.com. This is Phil Blampede, producer of Today River Valley, hoping that this will be the one year the groundhog doesn't see his shadow. Until next time.